Welcome back and thank you for stopping by. So today basically I just wanted to talk about the entire Pokemon situation. I think it's really crazy how over the last couple of years Pokemon has turned heel. And by Pokemon I mean Niantic and the decisions they have been making as a company. Now, we all know about the crazy scalper situations that are going on, but, last week I had seen the situation firsthand. So now that I have some firsthand experience to actually spread some light and spread some awareness on this, don't worry, I'm probably not going to talk about scalpers at all. But I think it's quite crazy how we have gotten to a point where grown men are now fighting other grown men and possibly children to get their hands on a PSA 10 Bulbasaur that has not even been graded yet, that they think they can sell for over 200% MSRP retail. It just doesn't make sense to me. You know, as someone who works in retail remodeling and someone who travels a lot and goes to a plethora of different locations, I have seen it all, but not when it has come to scalping. So this scalping situation is kind of crazy to me. I think it's actually crazy that people are willing to throw their lives away for some cards. It's different if you were, a rug dealer or something, but you're literally just taking cards and selling them secondhand. There's not that much profit that could be made there realistically, unless I don't exactly know what Pokemon cards are worth besides the general stuff that I know online. I mean, granted, my knowledge of that stuff isn't that deep outside of the actual cartoon, so post 2010 Pokemon, your boy Zan doesn't know much about that besides what's said online. But back to the whole Pokemon and Niantic situation. It's recently come out that there was a Pokestop on Little St. James Island. Um, Now, what's really concerning about this and information that people are not going over is that from what we know, here's the timeline. JE passed away in 2019. The Pokestop had up to 200 plus visits after 2019. They had recently just taken the Pokestop down after all the backlash has came out about the JE situation. So, question, who were the 200 people catching Pokemon on Little St. James after 2019? We should really look into that. Like, honestly, that's kind of depraved. Despite all the stuff that's going on now, to know that someone, even after all of this had came to light, and they know the rest of it was coming to light, decided to go, oh yeah, I'm gonna go stop by there, and I know there's a Mewtwo over there. I'm gonna go pick that up real quick on my adventures. Like, do you know how crazy that is? Do you know how insane that is? That this man had literal motion to put a Pokestop outside of his house. Do you know how much motion you need to be? Again, we need to get on Niantic or whoever on Niantic or the Pokemon development team that reached out to him or whoever responded when he reached out to them, because this is absolutely insane. Like, this changes my whole view about Niantic and Pokemon. Growing up, I used to love Pokemon the show. It was great, you know. I like when it. Sorry, I start to stutter when I lose my focus. Anyway, though, I used to love Pokemon back in the day when it was cell shaded. When I was little, and it used to be very, I guess you could say, mystical to me. Now that I'm older and I go back and rewatch it, it is complete dog doo doo. Never that's not the point though. You never want to meet your heroes. Everything from our childhood comes in rose tinted glasses. Point being, I think we need to start realizing what is happening with these mega corporations behind us, because they're all complicit and complacent in the things that are going around in front of us. You know what I mean? Like, no one's really thinking about that part. Yeah, we're all thinking about the files. Yeah, we're all thinking about the implications. Yeah, we're all thinking about the collapse of Western democracy. But no one's batting an eye about the Niantic employee who decided to put a Pokestop on Little St. James. Seriously, we're not gonna we're not gonna think about that at all. Like, that's not even slightly concerning. And it's partly jokes. It's all satire. It's just yapping commentary slop so I can get paid being on the internet. But all in all, I just wanted to say, guys, I think that's fairly crazy how this has just been playing out in front of us and behind us for so long, and all these mega corporations are basically going, see no evil, hear no evil, say no evil, and we're just supposed to go along with it. Granted, I know Pokemon has motion. Pokemon Go has more motion than the Pokemon franchise itself. Pokemon Go had the whole USA in a lockdown during a literal lockdown. Like, trying to explain this to someone in 20 years from now, or trying to explain this to someone 20 years ago, they would not believe anything you would say. They would think you're straight up delusional if you told them, yeah, we were going through basically the bubonic plague for the United States and people were just outside trying to catch Pikachus like it was nothing, standing in huge droves outside. No, no PPE, just in circles in the cold, bearing the weather, trying to catch fucking Pokedrops. Like, man. Anyway, guys, that's all. I just wanted to yap a little bit about the Pokemon situation, and I guess I'll talk to you guys later. I don't really know how to do an outro yet. We'll probably narrow that down by like the 8th or 10th video. Still working on it. This channel's still wet behind the ears with the rebranding. But thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll see you later.